Yo, what's poppin', Silverback Nation? It's Friday, March 29th. You are in the jungle. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the jungle. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell so you don't miss out anytime our bets go live. To become a jungle member, go to silverbackjungle.com. Give our free weekly trial test spin. See if it's for you. You get my exact betting card pinged to your phone every single day, along with the demon bet and anything else I add to my card throughout the day, as well as any live bets. Silverbackjungle.com. So we have our new format, and I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you like this format better, where I review every game? Or do you like the old format better? Let me know. I deliver what you guys want. I appreciate being able to do this for a living. And I want to make sure that the jungle gets what the jungle wants. So we're going to go over every single game today, give you my best play from that game. These aren't necessarily the plays that I'm betting. My full betting card goes out to Silverback Jungle members, and also will be on X later on in the day. Yesterday, we were 1-1 for the season, now 319 wins, 232 losses. We're up 30.91 units. Let's work. We start with the Lakers and the Pacers playoff implication games. Best bet here. TJ McConnell of the Pacers over 10.5 points over this in 9 of his last 10. Minutes have increased all season long, averaging 11.3 field goal attempts his last 10 games. TJ McConnell of the Pacers over 10.5 points. Game number 2. Winner of this game is currently in the 1 spot in the West, the big game. Minnesota at Denver. And our pick here is Michael Porter Jr. over 4.5 first quarter points. We've been riding this all season long. It's been very lucrative for us. Over this in 9 of 10, over in 17 of 20 games. His first quarter average for the season. For the last 10 games, his first quarter average. 9.1 minutes played, 6.2 points, 3.8 field goal attempts, and 1.5 three-pointers. Michael Porter Jr. over 4.5 first quarter points. We go to the Clippers and the Magic. Paul George over 21.5 points. I like in this game. Over in 9 of 10, playing 35-plus minutes. In his last 10 games, shooting nearly 18 times a game. Paul George of the Clips over 21.5 points. We go to the Pistons and Washington Wizards. Stay away from this game. I'm not even going to recommend anything here because the Pistons have so many injuries. Jaden Ivey's even a game-time decision now. Cade Cunningham, he'll probably play, but his minutes have gone from 32, 33 down to 25, 26, 27 last few games. That's why it's interesting. His assist line's down to 7.5, which is tempting, but you don't know how long he's going to be on the floor. They're kind of shutting him down, starting to shut him down a little bit for next year. The Wizards are trying some new things out. Corey Kispert in the starting lineup, and we don't know if both these teams are trying to tank. They're pretty close in the standings. To get the most ping-pong balls in a draft lottery, stay away from this game, Pistons and Wizards. Golden State at Charlotte. Golden State going for the playoffs here. Charlotte, nothing to play for. Miles Bridges is getting a lot of minutes. Trey Mann's been stepping up again. I considered him for the stat sheet today, but with Golden State going for the playoffs, what you have to take here is Steph Curry over 24.5 points. Chicago at Brooklyn. Chicago's in a play-in spot. Brooklyn not mathematically eliminated, still hanging in, but they're kind of on. It's all but over for him, but they're still playing hard. Cam Thomas has been very inconsistent. He's been hard to bet on. What I like here is Alex Caruso of the Bulls, over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists, over in 4 of his last 5 and 7 of his last 10. He's been getting more assists recently than Kobe White. I like how active he is. I like his minutes. Alex Caruso over 17.5 PRA. Philly at Cleveland. I think a lot of you jungle regulars know where I'm going here. It's Kelly Oubre Jr. over 16.5 points. He will get the minutes. He'll get the usage. Over in 8 of his last 10, playing 35 minutes a game and taking 17 shots in the last 10. Kelly Oubre Jr., the Sixers, over 16.5. Phoenix at Oklahoma City. Most likely no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander today. Stay away from the OKC props. Jalen Williams is really high. Josh Giddey's really high. I know a lot of people are on Giddey today, and we've cashed on him recently, but stay away because the lines are high without most likely SGA. Let's go to the Phoenix side of things. Very inconsistent with Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal scoring and Devin Booker scoring. I look at the only consistency they've had on the stat sheet at least recently, and is Bradley Beal over 5.5 assists over this in 7 of his last 8, taking assists away from Booker and becoming more of a facilitator. I like Bradley Beal in this game over 5.5 assists. Portland at Miami. No Anthony Simons, and you might think that means that Scoot Henderson will get more points, but believe it or not, when Scoot becomes the main option without Simons, he's actually getting less points. We want to take him today under 17.5 points against a very tough, slow-paced, low-scoring Miami team. He's been under this in 82% of his games this year without Anthony Simon. Scoot Henderson under 17.5. New York Yankees at New York Knickerbockers. You can tell I'm doing baseball too, right, today? New York Knickerbockers at San Antonio Spurs. Miles McBride over 6.5 rebounds and assists for plus money. He's got 19 rebounds and assists in his last two. You know that Thibodeau's going to play people minutes into the ground. He's going to be out there active and moving. This is a low line for plus money. Miles McBride over 6.5 rebounds and assists. Houston at the Jazz of Utah. Lauri Markkanen, love this bet, over 2.5 three-pointers. He has 9 in his last 2 games, over in 60% of games this season playing. He's the only guy on the Jazz. John Collins does get consistent minutes, but not in the 30. But Markkanen, now that he's back, and he has been all season, the only guy who's been getting 30-plus minutes a game in the Utah lineup. I like him today, over 2.5 three-pointers. Dallas at Sacramento, big game. Playoff implications. This game will be played between the stars. Luka, Kyrie, De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, maybe Malik Monk. The game will be played between the stars, and we're going to back Luka Doncic here. Over 32.5 points. Over the 60% of the time this season, which isn't a huge number. Normally like to go higher, but knowing Luka, looking at his numbers in big games, this is a spot we want to back him with playoff seeding on the line. Luka Doncic over 32.5 points. Have a great day, Silverback Nation. Let me know if you like this format or if you like the old way better, and I'll see you tomorrow with a little more money in your pocket.